instances of paranormal phenomena have been reported in this desolate place. Events that may reflect the area's tragic past.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Dangerous Podcast, where we talk all things paranormal. I'm Rusty Winters in 2030, and this is Jason McKittrick.
Hey, folks.
Wait. And if you on how or dwell in the dark, we want to talk about it. And tonight,
it's Halloween.
It's fucking Halloween.
Woo!
Right? Woo!
Welcome to our annual Halloween special.
Yeah, we're going in for you guys. You know, Look, I'll tell you what. He looks infinitely cooler than me, but
it's Halloween.
But it's Halloween, right?
Yeah, we're both in classic Halloween costumes, right?
Yeah, classic, total classic Halloween costumes. I'm reviving a musical alter ego of mine. We have a musician, and I've dabbled in making fake country songs, and this is the evolution of country music. I feel it's just gonna come to this. There'll be
Ponchos
like a DJ
and
booth.
light up hats.
Yeah, it'll be a DJ booth, and the guy will be like, sitting on drugs, talking about tits. They'll be going off, and people will be like, hey, that's
honestly right now. I think you just look like Post Malone.
That's cool.
Like I feel we're gonna see him like on YouTube in a couple days.
If he steals this, I'm gonna be like, dude,
the fuck,
man? Oh man, I thought I killed that.
Yeah.
I did. If I did, then I did. I know I killed it.
Okay.
All right. Posty. But tonight we got a nice little grab bag of Halloween goodies for you guys.
Oh yeah. We got it. We're going classic. We've got some. We're gonna look at some alleged ghost photos that we're going to throw up for you. I'm presenting them to Ken. We're going to go over, see what they...
I'm sure a lot of these are going to be the first time that I've seen them, even though I'm well-versed. This is a book I've never seen. Jay's breaking out the goods on me. He's got his own little bookmarks in there, which I'm impressed with.
We're going to go over these. We're going to say, are they real? Are they not? What do we think?
Yeah. And then we got some people from the internet's haunting stories.
Haunted houses. So basically you're getting ghost photos and haunted houses for Halloween.
And also intermingled throughout, we're going to try to make each other laugh with Halloween dad jokes.
Best Halloween puns and one-liners. Yeah, so we're going to see if we can do it.
We're going to just try to, Oh, wait, whoa. This came across the Other Ninjas Podcast news desk.
By Witch's Broom?
I think so. It just got dark in here, and I mean, it's another haunted headline.
Oh, Jesus.
Haunted headline.
So, guys, this haunted headline is skeleton of female vampire unearthed at a cemetery in Poland. Pure astonishment ensued. The remains of a female vampire has been unearthed by archaeologists at a cemetery in Poland. Researchers announced this week. The Polish researchers came across the remains of a woman with a sickle around her neck and a triangular padlock on her foot at a gravesite in the village of Payne. The farming tool, according to ancient beliefs, was supposed to prevent a deceased person thought to be a vampire from returning from the dead. The research team, led by Professor Dariusz Poliński of the Nicolaus Copernicus University in Turin, made the unique discovery in late August. In an interview with Polish press agency PAP, Magdalena Zagorowska, who represented the research team, said the human remains also had a silk headdress which was woven with gold or silver thread. While the padlock and sickle are linked to 17th century superstition, Zagorowska said the cap is evidence of the high social status of the deceased. No cap.
On God.
On God. Zegdruska said that the sickle and padlock may have protected against the return of the deceased, which was probably feared. In this context, the practices can be considered so-called anti-vampiric. The farming tool was placed with the blade on the neck. It was believed that such an arrangement would cause the head to be cut off if the deceased tried to get up, which is super badass. Wendigo riff.
So they thought she was a vampire?
Yeah, well, apparently, yeah.
Well, Ken, how do you say goodbye to a vampire? So long, sucker.
Alright. Got me. One. You get one. Alright. So that's the one headline. I'm not going to continue and go into the rest of it because,
Hey, Ken, what do birds say on Halloween?
What?
Trick or tweet.
That's so stupid.
What do you need to unlock a haunted house?
A skeleton key?
A spooky.
Even better. Even better. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. It's fine. No, you got to get them in when you can.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing this all day. So, all right. So, Jay is going to present to me a bunch of ghost photos from
Purported to be real.
Purported to be real.
Yep. And we're going to go through them. We're going to throw them up on the screen for you as we're talking about them. We should probably keep them up for the duration so people know what we're talking about.
Sure.
So the first one up we have, it's known as the extra figure in the fire station.
Okay.
All right, you got it?
I got it.
So we do not normally associate fire stations with paranormal phenomenon, and it therefore came as quite a surprise when Maurice Gross was sent a complete set of photographs from the fire station at Market Deeping in Lincolnshire. This is in England. Mm-hmm. Only the last shot showed the extra figure on the right inside the station doorway.
Oh, there
You
I
see it?
Yeah.
Yep. The pictures were taken on January 26, 1986, from approximately 80 feet, with 5 to 6 second gaps between shots. Mr. Adams of the fire service stated, "There was nobody else in the station at the time, and this has been verified by all present." I think one can discount either fraud, lighting effects, or developing anomalies here, but the figure does appear to be very solid, and I wonder whether it may be an extra person who accidentally came into view and whom the photographer had either forgotten about or not seen. You know, what's known as photographer blindness. Mm-hmm. And it might have been an administrative worker, cleaner, friend, or even a member of the public. The figure appears to be holding something in his right hand and wearing a white blouse or shirt. It has been suggested to me that it might have been a female worker with a handbag about to go off home. Despite interest from local and national television as well as the press, no reasonable answer has been found. It looks like a person with a white shirt and black pants.
Yeah.
Like is that like looks like what the chief would wear or something?
Right, but the all right, so the posture is what's the spooky thing. It looks kind of like it's doing like one of those things, and it looks like it has like a dress shirt. Yep. And it's tucked in, high waisted, like an old man would do. An older man would do, and that and one you can tell, right? Because like. You could tell with the picture and like the framing that like that's just something in the photo. It's not like
it doesn't like because sometimes you'll see like light will come in from a window and shine on something. It's like oh that's just reflected light, but no, it literally looks like it's just a guy standing.
And you
there.
actually get, if you can see here, if you zoom in, you get this little flare that's interfering with the above, which actually signifies that the flash caught it and projected in the actual photo of it going over the red. So that's fucking spooky, man. Yeah. I like that one. The haunch to it. Yeah. You know, that's a good one. That's a good one.
You like that?
It's good. Jay.
Yeah.
Why didn't the police arrest a zombie?
Why?
It couldn't be taken alive.
It's all right.
How do you starve a zombie?
How?
The answer's a no-brainer.
Right.
He's holding tight. He's holding tight. He's holding tight, gang. He's holding tight.
Yep.
He's holding tight.
Why don't haunted houses like rain?
Why?
It dampens their spirits.
Nice. It's cute. You did a cute thing.
What do you call a horny werewolf?
What?
A hot dog.
I like that one. That's good.
How skeletons make calls, Ken?
How?
On the telebone.
That's naughty.
The bone zone.
Oh. Hey, what do ghosts wear when it snows?
What?
Boots.
That's terrible.
I gotta laugh.
That's terrible.
I gotta laugh.
That's fucking
I'll
terrible.
take it. All right, what do we got next? What's your next? Come on, give me another.
Okay, so the next one coming up, we have the ghostly barmaid. All right, so you want to pull that picture up?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Folks should be seeing it now.
Picture up.
Okay. In 1994, this photo was sent to the Society for Psychical Research by a Mr. Smith of Sunderland. There's also in England. He also provided the negative, which showed no sign of tampering, as well as details of the image, which are as follows. The photo was taken 25 to 30 years ago in a pub in Whitley Bay, Newcastle. It was taken on an old type of film made by Agfa. Oh, yeah, that's an old company. That has been out of production for many years. The bar had just been refitted, and the owner asked me to take a photo of it. As you can see, the lady appears to be moving out of the back of the bar with the room thermostat and part of the door surroundings through the front of her body and the back of her solid. If this is not a ghost, then the most likely possibility is that a living figure was caught in the shot without the photographer noticing it. Alternatively, the photo could have been taken fraudulently, but the figure is somewhat blurred, and one is tempted to suggest that if the photographer had inserted the image on purpose, he or she would have made a better job of it. Yeah, man. This is another one that I really liked, because it's got that, like...
First of all, like, the face, right?
Yeah.
So, like... I like the ones that were like things aren't so perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like so, like you're looking at it, and it almost has that like this thing is pretending to be a human.
Yeah.
Like it's, oh man.
It just looks like it's an old ass bar, and that's someone that used to be a waitress or a bartender.
Oh, I like it. I like that a lot. And damn, like what the fuck? And it's like it's almost like because. You don't have ghosting, right? Like how we do now with like ring or Zoom or ring and doorbell kind of shit.
Yeah.
Where like things go by and they cut through. This is damned good. This is damned good because like you see the one section of the door cut right through, and then you kind of see where the I guess specter continues.
Yeah.
And that guy that's just he's like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One goes one way, one goes the other. Yep.
That's good. I like that. I really do. I really like that. Wow.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah, go for it.
Where do ghosts prefer to shop?
At a boutique.
Yeah, that's good. Well, how did the ghosts learn to play piano?
How did it learn how to play the piano?
Mm-hmm.
How?
You use sheet music.
All right.
Yep.
Who won the Vampire Marathon?
Who?
No one knows. It was neck and neck.
Nice. What's a witch's favorite breakfast food?
Ooh. What?
Scream of wheat.
It's fucking stupid.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, this is what we're doing?
Yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Yeah.
All right, let's draw your attention to the next photo.
He says as he fixes his
I
sleeve.
fix my sleeve of wizard. A hovering spirit. Now this comes from you may know this one. This comes actually from a video.
I do know this one.
And this one took over the internet for a little while. Do you
It's a
remember?
good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. So this very dark and indistinct photo was taken from a series of infrared digital video shots. 5 pictures from 1 second of a video, recording a recording a sleep study session. These images are reminiscent of orbs, but with snake-like activity as opposed to ball movement with trails. There are many photos of orbs available with varying degrees of clarity and information, and many different opinions about their origins. Yeah, how do we feel about orbs? Yeah, it's dust.
Orbs, when someone says orbs, I wish I had a fart button.
Yeah.
Like I just be like, the orbs would go, oh, what were you saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about your orbs.
Yep.
We have a guest.
She doesn't want to be seen. We have a ghostly guest.
We have a ghostly guest. Do you like my costume, Chrissy?
I love your costume, guys.
He looks great.
No, you look great too. It goes with your personality.
I love the glow in the dark outfits.
Yeah. Yeah. Skeptics will advance natural causes such as dust pollution, condensation, or lighting anomalies, not to mention a deliberate fraud. But I once directed an investigation at the allegedly haunted Bell Hotel in Norfolk, where we not only saw orbs with the naked eye, but also filmed them in movement. I don't care what this person's saying about orbs, because honestly, you shouldn't spend any time on it, because it's obviously dust. Right. This one was interesting because it seemed to be like a figure,
right? It's
like
not just
leaning
an orb
over the bed.
Yeah, it's not just an orb, and the way it moves, if you've seen the video, it like looks kind of over, and it's like a series of orbs. Yeah. This is a good one. I like this, and we'll put the pictures here. But also, I mean, if I can find the video, I will. I'm not promising anything. It might be here. On God, for real. No cap. Jay.
Yo.
Why do witches like to stay in hotels?
Why?
They offer broom service.
What's a vampire's favorite holiday?
What?
Thanksgiving.
All right, why don't witches own cars with automatic transmission? Come on, baby, you know this one.
I don't know. What is it?
They know how to drive a stick.
That's it? That's so stupid. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, they know how to drive a stick. It's on a broom.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Are vampires real?
I don't know why.
No, unless you count Dracula.
Wait. How about this? Wait.
Howdy.
That one gets a hat tip. That one gets a hat tip. Hey, that's a good dad joke.
Yep. Why don't vampires eat cows?
Why?
They don't like steaks.
It's good. It's fun. All right, on to the next one.
All right, on to the next one.
Wait, real quick.
Whoa.
Who won the skeleton 5K race?
Who?
Nobody.
Boo!
Right, on to the next one.
Yep.
Oh, guys, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up out there.
Yep. Where do ghosts buy their cookies?
Where?
From the Ghoul Scouts.
We're having fun.
We are. All right, next I want to draw your attention to Ken the Cypriot ghost. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is an old classic one. This one appeared on an episode of Sightings. Do you remember this one?
Yeah. You know what? It always made me think of like a textbook at school, like a picture of this, like the colors and everything. I always thought like this could be,
It's on old style film, so it's got that saturation of color. So. George Kanagowski took this shot of the harbor lights at Limassol Bay on the night of September 23rd, 1986, when the temperature was about 84 degrees. He says he took 5 shots, each about 2 minutes apart, and he is adamant that nobody crossed in front of the wall where his camera was positioned. His girlfriend was with him at the time and verifies this. Although most of George's shots appear normal after processing by Kodak, one seems to contain an unknown effect. The lighting anomaly has a similar quality to the angel captured in St. Peter's Basilica. I hate that picture.
The funny thing is, now that I'm looking at it, and you said angel, like if I look at it from the other way, I could see where wings would be interpreted from the other side.
Sure, but it looks like a person walking, and that's their shoulders.
Yeah, I'm saying if you look at the other, like if it's going the other direction.
Yep. But that was created by a strong spotlight of daylight. That one was like disproven almost immediately. The source of this apparition is not so obvious.
Well, yeah. So my first look is if you look at all the other same color lights, they have that
same kind of
misty glow around it. Yep. So at this point, it's like, okay, did the camera move? Even though he said he did this, so precisely.
But the shape, what's the shape that's the blur? You know what I mean? It has a definite kind of human shape without a head.
All right, look underneath where you see that shape.
Yeah.
Do you see the same kind of pattern on the, I guess that's like a wall or something?
Yep.
When you go up, you'll start to kind of see that pattern going through that.
Yeah, I see.
So I think maybe, and right above it where the top touches, there's the light, and then if you look directly right to it, you see the color changes at the peak.
Sure.
So I'm thinking maybe a shake and a little tilt.
Yeah, sure.
Would cause enough of an effect.
Yeah.
So this one, it's cool visually, and when they give you a story.
Yeah.
But
it could definitely be a shaking camera.
It's an angel.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I just think that there's a little too much in there.
I thought it was an alien.
It's not batting my dick and balls around. It's not an alien.
But what is, honestly?
True.
So you think Camera malfunction. Then.
I'm going camera malfunction with this one. It's cool. It's cool, but I just can't. I can't be like, yo, dog. Yo.
You know what's cool?
What's cool, Jay?
Why did the ghoul couple break up?
Oh, why?
One was ghosting the other.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Why did the monster eat a bag of coins?
Why?
He thought the change would do him good. Gotta laugh though. Hey, Jay.
Yo.
Yo, how do... Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, dog. Yo.
No
Yeah,
cap.
yeah, dog. How do monsters travel long distances?
How?
By scareplane?
Where do celebrity ghosts go on vacation?
Where?
Malibu.
Hey.
Yo.
Yo.
Oh.
Seriously, yo.
Yo.
Why did the
Damn, girl.
Why did the Cyclops stop teaching?
Why?
It only had one pupil. Yeah, that got you, motherfucker.
All right, that was a good one. What do vampires on a diet drink?
What?
Blood Light.
Blood? Yeah, because when they're not on diet, they drink Bloodweiser or they could drink Coors Fright. Yeah,
That's not blood, though. I mean, Coors Fright.
Coors Fright, Bloodweiser. It's fun. Knock it off. Dude, will you act serious? Jay, look at me.
Yep.
Look at me. Can
Yeah.
you be serious?
Can you?
Jay, can you look at me?
Can you be serious?
Jay, look at me. Can you just be serious once? God. Do you know what's like? You know what's like working with this guy? It's so hard to be taken serious.
It's
around him.
ridiculous. Hey, why did the ghost go out for cheerleading?
What?
She had a lot of spirit.
You like that one? You like that one? Dude, stop.
Stop what?
Jay, seriously, why did the monster's parents take away their teenager's phone?
Well, because the grades were slipping, and they, it's just...
That, I know, it's tough, but they also wanted they wanted to limit their screen time.
Yep.
All right, so what's next, buddy?
No, all right, Kenny Dumps. Please, draw your attention to Grandfather Returns.
Yep, I got it up.
Okay. This photograph was taken using a Polaroid camera in Magathie Beach, Maryland in 1985. Another of the interesting pictures posted on ghoststudy.com. It actually is still up. There's actually some decent stuff there. So the photographer explains,
Oh, man.
we were taking a picture of my grandmother's house, and when the picture was taken, there was nobody in the picture. When the film started showing a picture, you could see an image of what happens to be a person walking up towards the house. My grandfather had just died about 3 months prior to this photo being taken, and in the photo, the figure appears to be walking with his head bent down. This is how my grandfather would often walk.
Yeah. Oof. Is that the end of the story, or?
Well, for several reasons, this is an interesting shot. Polaroid cameras do not have a negative, and so it is difficult to tamper with pictures. There does appear to be someone in the shot, albeit someone blurred, and according to one commentator, they seem not to be wearing any clothes. No. That's a shirt. He has a fucking shirt on. And
Look.
maybe lighter jeans.
Yeah.
No, that's a banger
Yeah.
right
No,
there.
this is a banger. Like I saw it and went. All right. First of all, the arm
Yeah.
placement going across.
Yeah.
That's arthritis setting in.
Yeah.
And it's funny, so you have the hair and that comb job,
Yeah.
right? That's like darting off the back.
Yeah.
That's grandpa's everywhere. And then the last thing, it looks like it's one of those tighter windbreakers with those flimsy hoods that would always bulk
Yeah,
up
yeah,
on them
yeah.
that they would wear back then.
Yeah.
I'm in on. This one I'm
Yeah.
100% in on.
Yeah, I like this one.
And he's just fumbling about like he would have in his normal life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough.
Oh, and it makes me like think about grandpas everywhere.
Yeah. What do you think this ghost's least favorite day of the week is? Moan Day.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
See how I slide him in?
Yeah, you're doing better than me.
Come on, hit me with one.
Wait, but isn't Mia watching the horror, or is it? Which one's watching the horror movies tonight?
Mia.
Mia, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Is there going to be a skeleton up there?
Just say the joke.
Why did the skeleton shut off the scary movie?
Why?
It didn't have the guts to watch it.
It's a good one.
Christina liked it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. You ruined my setup. Don't be a dick. Let me have my setups.
Ew, dude. No.
Ew, dude.
Ew, dude, no.
It's like the hardest one.
What was the mathematician's favorite Halloween pie?
What? Pie? Was it pie?
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah, right.
It's actually that's really bad.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Here's a little palate cleanser. What did the word?
How did the jack-o'-lantern fix the rip in his jeans?
How?
He used a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, there we go. Welcome back. Welcome
Gotta get
back.
some lightning and thunder.
Yeah. There we go. What do you call a werewolf that pays attention? A werewolf.
So fucking stupid. How do ghosts take their coffee?
Hell.
With screaming sugar.
You're like a fucking radio stories actor right now.
I can't help my talent. It just comes out.
Jay, did you hear about the werewolf that went out to do a comedy club?
No.
It was a howl.
Ooh. Okay. I would like to have you take a look at the photo entitled Uninvited Wedding Guest.
Yes, Your Honor.
There are many images of this kind to be found on the internet and in magazines, and one must be very wary of the possibilities of reflection paintings of people inside and buildings shown. This shot shows a father and daughter inside their house in northern England, just before the daughter's wedding. Looking at it later, she noticed an unknown face in the window. To the surprise of everyone who had been there, since there had been no one else either inside or outside the house at the time, they had the print tested and were told that it had not been tampered with in any way. But the negative was not available since the photographer could not be traced. According to a local writer, the area had been used as an airfield during the Second World War, and at one point had been bombed with a serious loss of life. Perhaps the face belonged to the ghost of a woman who had been killed then and was returning to the area, despite the fact that the house had been built 40 years after her death. Perhaps it was indeed a reflection from outside. Perhaps the missing negative was tampered with. We must decide for ourselves. What do you think?
Yeah. First off, I think this would be a little more credible if you didn't already get the reflection that the two that are around the face. The story is what makes it better.
Yep.
But like, let's say you look at the two panes, the tiles, like the window panes. Above it, you're already getting reflections of something. You're like, well, how could that reflection be there? Because it's not even that part of the house. It's that's definitely a reflection. Actually, no, that's someone in the house.
You know what? I don't think it's a person in the house. I think it's a painting on the wall.
No.
Yeah, look at the frame on the wall.
I'm not going painting.
You think it's just a person in there?
I think it's just someone sitting on a couch, because if you look at the two reflections above the head, there's one behind it and one in front of it. So the one in front of it's reflecting of something outside. The one behind it is reflecting of the window.
I think there's only one explanation.
What do you call... what do we think the one explanation is?
That it must be a ghost! Christine thinks we're like serious down here when we do this shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially not today. This isn't...
This is a Halloween special.
Yeah, this is our Halloween special. This isn't...
Why was the girl ghost sexy?
What?
Because she had nice boobies. Speaking of...
Christina, where, if your dog loses its tail, where do you go?
Between his legs.
No, if it loses his tail, where do you go to fix it? The retail store. What's up next, Jay?
Okay. Next we have the Boogie Woman. Look at this photo.
Oh, okay.
Dude, this one's another banger. All right?
All right.
Oh, God damn it. This impressive photograph of a ghostly lady was taken in 1929 by Robert D. Walsh at Phantom Wood Mill.
Yeah, right. This is where you would get this picture.
During the renovation of an inner staircase. She appears to be floating and looking towards the floor. Mr. Walsh stated that
guess.
he did not see anything unusual at the time and had taken the picture to help him assess how much timber would be needed for the building work. He did mention that his dog was acting different, quote unquote, that day,
Yeah, I would imagine so.
but
Holy
did not
fuck.
specify what he meant by different. The photograph came to light again more recently when it was put in the public domain by Mr. Walsh's great-granddaughter. However, she related a story about being teased as a young girl by her sister with the threat that Sissy Breeze, quote unquote, would find her if she was naughty, and said that Sissy was the person known in the photograph. The addition of the sister's childhood story of a boogie woman does not give any more concrete evidence to the photograph, but it does add color and the possibility that there was a tradition of hauntings at the site, or perhaps that the children were aware of a presence.
Right. So the
This
backstory.
ghost has a name.
Oh, yeah. The backstory on this one is I don't feel necessarily needed.
Okay.
So when they say appears to be looking at the floor, nah, this bitch ain't got no head, dog.
Yeah, it looks like she's headless.
Yeah, and
although maybe
handless
it's
and
just
feetless.
transparent from this angle. But I like the backstory of that. Like, he was just taking pictures to see how
Yeah.
much timber he was going to need, and then boom, there it is.
Right now, also, if you look at the bottom right, leading up, like to in the dress,
Yeah.
you kind of see a shadow
Kind of.
where
Yeah.
you don't see it anywhere else in the photo.
Yeah. Did you hear about the gloomy lip jack-o'-lantern? It needed to lighten up.
It's good. Sorry. It's good. It's good. I guess, yeah, okay, look at the top. If you look at the top, like, the bricks kind of get amorphous through the Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I guess you can see a head there, right?
Yeah, like you can see the outline of it, but it's like she's looking down or to the side.
Yeah,
like,
and then if you
because
look
of
at
her head's transparent.
If you look at the top, you almost see what's like more shadow.
Yeah.
And then at the very top left, a little bit, you kind of see, some ectoplasm.
you see her shoulders. I like that. There's the bottom right of what appears to be her dress is like the most solid. It's
Yeah,
really
and then if you go
weird.
to the left, it looks like it's disappearing. The
Yeah.
bricks are behind it.
Yep.
And then it starts to kind of, that's a good one. That's
No, I like it.
a fucking good one.
Yeah.
I'm into that. I
Yeah.
think that I'm gonna. That's going in. That's canon for me.
Yeah. I tried to pick only the best for Kenny Dumps.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah.
Kenny Dumps. He does have a lot of problems, but Jay, why don't mummies have any friends?
Why?
They're always too wrapped up in their own problems.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. How do you make a skeleton laugh?
Put a little boogie in it. No.
No, that's how you make a tissue dance.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Tickle his funny bone.
Why doesn't Frankenstein dance, Jay?
Why?
It's got 2 left feet.
That's actually good.
Also, my last one from this page, so I can get rid of it. What's the one store werewolves avoid? The flea market.
Oh boy.
Suck it, werewolves.
How can you prevent being possessed by a demon?
Ow.
You just exercise.
You just, yeah. And I love how that's exercise.
For like ghosts.
Yeah.
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 Did you hear about the one confusing cemetery book?
No.
It had too many plots. And we're moving.
Yeah.
We're moving on. Okay, the ghostly pier in the library. This is a classic photo. Ken's too busy texting. We're going to wait a minute.
Oh, good. All right, I'm in.
All right, so check this one out. This is classic.
Yeah, I know this. Oh, I know this bad boy.
Oh yeah,
I
this
know
is also
bad
in a
boy.
sightings episode. This one, I remember seeing this one as a kid. I was like, "Fuck!" Like just looking at it, I was like, "That's real."
Yeah.
All right, so this is at the library of the Combermere Abbey in Cheshire, England, and it was taken in 1891. Yeah,
Yep.
serious shit.
Yep.
The inhabited remains of the 12th century Benedictine Abbey were especially still. Almost everyone was attending the funeral of Lord Combermere, who had been tragically killed in a horse and carriage accident.
Pussy.
Well, cowboys like you know how to handle the horse, right? Much obliged. Miss Sybil Corbett took the opportunity to photograph his lordship's favorite chair in the library and swears neither of the 2 remaining staff entered the room during the 1-hour exposure. She developed the plate herself and then discovered the undersized ghostly image of the dead peer back in his favorite chair.
So, like, there was just a thing there sitting there for an hour.
That's how long the exposures were for. So a lot of people will say, oh, during that exposure, someone may have sat in the chair and got up, and then you would have gotten that ghostly image.
Right.
However, they said the only people that were in the house at that point were just 2 other servants. So why would a servant come sit in that chair?
To be like a dick and be like, ooh, spooky, spectral, you know.
So one of the servants was like, I fuck around, dude. It's what I
Yeah,
do."
fuck around. That's what I did. No, look, I still like this one.
This is a classic one. I don't even want to know if it's real or not. I just
right.
like it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
You know?
It's like, let that be.
Yeah,
Let
that's
that
like a
be.
mood piece. Like,
Yeah.
just let it happen.
Right, like, yeah, one day I'll have a study, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like...
And you'll haunt it.
Besides me haunting it, there'll be a framed version of this.
Yep.
In my study.
So,
Cowboys were notorious for studies, if you didn't know that.
yeah? I thought they just ate, like, beans out of a can around a campfire.
It's true. We like stew.
All right. What do vampires and false teeth have in common? They both come out at night.
It's good. That's
like
good.
it.
I like it. That's good.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Where's Dracula's ATM?
Where?
At the blood bank.
Stupid.
It is stupid. They're all stupid. That's the name of the game, bruh.
How did the one ghost know the other ghost was lying to him?
He could see right through him.
Boom.
Yep.
Good work. How did the ghost? How did the ghost talk to his? Fuck. I can't. I give up.
Okay. Where did baby ghost go?
Where?
Day scare.
Day scare.
All right. Here's the last photo, and this one is legitimately terrifying.
Who did the ghost take to his Halloween party?
His ghoul friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is probably, in my opinion, the scariest ghost photo I've ever seen. I just want you to look at it. The little one is one before, and the other one is another without the flash. Do you see the weird thing? The big one is the ghost photo.
Hold on, I'm looking. This seems familiar to me. Hold on. I feel like it's in between something.
The head and shoulders rising out of the table.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's like Darlene, you know,
Dude,
like
that's legitimately terrifying. The blurriness of its face. That person was not sitting at the table. They don't know who that is. So, the physical researcher Maurice Gross is adamant about this disturbing photograph, saying, "Fraud can be completely ruled out. The circumstances under which the photograph was taken would not have lent itself to the necessary technical setup to obtain a picture, even indeed if that was possible at all. It's literally just head and shoulders on the table. You can see under it. She's not in the other photo. Yeah.
yeah, the flash in the second one apparently triggered something. Yeah, it's gross.
Like, the more you look at it and try to, like, explain it away, it's like, what the fuck? And the fact that the weird way that her face is blurred.
And like her expression and like eye placement and nose placement, like it almost looks like Alvin Schwartz drew her.
Yeah.
And like, so like, let's look at the guys closest to the camera, right?
Yep.
You got fucking rugged Stephen King on your left. Only thing blurry is his like eyes.
Yeah.
Then you got fucking the nerd all the way on the right, right?
Yeah.
And then even you go further back, she's not even blurred, right?
Yeah.
It's only in that one section of the mid ground.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's what I got for you for the ghost photos.
Great work, Jay.
Thanks, buddy.
Very good work.
Yes.
Jay?
Mm-hmm.
What's the safest room in the house if you're being attacked by zombies?
Tell me.
The living room?
God damn it.
But seriously, where did the zombie buy a house?
Where?
On a dead-end street?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, so as we transition this portion of our Halloween,
Yes.
our third annual Halloween extravaganza,
Extravaganza.
we're going to go into some haunted houses.
Yes, we are.
I will take the first one.
Go for it, buddy.
This is the Kasha House in Kaimuki in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Go. Yeah.
The Kasha House of Kaimuki in Honolulu, Hawaii has been shrouded in mystery for decades. Its first bad press mentioned hit the Honolulu Star just months after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. According to the article, police responded to a call from a woman who shouted, "She's trying to kill my children! She's trying to kill my children!"
No me gusta.
When they arrived, they found a young Hawaiian boy and his 3 sisters and his mother all shrieking and being tossed around by nothing. About 30 years later, other occupants of the same home or 1 block away from the original spooky house reported similar attacks by an unseen force, which the responding officers corresponded or corroborated. The 2 most common theories surrounding the source of these reported attacks are a demonic shape-shifting creature of Japanese folklore origins known as the kasha and the angry spirit of a corpse buried in the backyard. Though it has since been torn down and replaced by condos, the dark energy still lingers, according to the locals and residents. It's pretty fucked up, man.
It is. Hawaii's a crazy place, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, for the next one, we're traveling to the Akeley House in Nyack, New York. Nicknamed Akeley House after its one-time occupants, the Akeley family, this classic Queen Anne sits on the Hudson River across from Sleepy Hollow, New York. The many ghosts who roam the halls of one Lavetta Place were nothing but friendly, though they were active enough to inspire the matriarch Helen Akeley to write a national article about them in Reader's Digest. The article gained enough momentum that the house became a stop on local ghost tours, which ended up having some not-so-great ramifications when it came time to sell the home in the late 1980s. The Akeleys found themselves entangled in a legal battle over whether or not they should have disclosed the haunted nature of the house to the Stambovsky family. In a
Stamgopskis.
I know. In a landmark legal decision now referred to as the Ghostbusters ruling, Akeley House was deemed haunted by the New York Supreme Court, and the buyers were able to pull out of the sale while also getting half of their down payment back. One Lavetta Place has since been home to several celebrities, including musician Ingrid Michaelson. Don't know who that is. Yeah, this was a big deal when this happened. This is the first house that had that whole thing. Like, do you have to disclose if it's haunted?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's definitely awesome. And like, they were like, okay, just give me some money back.
Yeah.
The court's like, yeah, haunted AF.
Yeah, haunted as fuck.
Yeah, and then one kid, the bailiff was in the back like, yo, for on God, play some of this shit.
Yeah, and they got down. He's like, praise up.
Yeah. Nice. All right, Jason, my next one is the Chop Chop House in Boise, Idaho. The house at 805 West Linden Street in Boise, Idaho is hard to miss. Covered in a layer of soot, with windows broken and boarded up, and trash strewn about the yard, the second-story, 2,728 square foot craftsman-style home looks like an abandoned horror movie set. The true story, however, is much scarier. Locals refer to it as the Boise Murder House, or even the eyebrow-raising Chop Chop House, which is a glib reference to the gruesome homicide that took place there more than 3 decades ago. According to many who lived in the neighborhood or even rented out a room in the house itself, the basement in particular exudes some haunted energy. There have been reports of shadowy figures appearing and disappearing out of nowhere, strange liquid oozing down the walls, and more. Yeah, the oozing of the walls, I think that's more of a
Amityville horror.
yeah, like it's it's more of that, like, you know, you know what's really crazy that happened there? Oozing in the walls, and people were like,
precinct.
I saw oozing down the walls of my mom's house. You know what it was? Rust from plumbing. They had to fix the plumbing, and it came out, and it looked like spectral ooze.
Okay.
But in reality, you're just like, oh, they gotta fix that.
I hear you, man. I mean, you know, people want to see ghosts. They see ghosts.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead, hit me with one, partner.
What do zombies say after being introduced?
What?
Pleased to eat you.
Weird. Zombies don't eat each other.
They did in the first Night of the Living Dead.
Did they? I don't remember that. All right, my next pick on here we have. This is a great one. I mean, this, you know, you may or may not know of this house, the Grey Gardens in East Hampton, New York.
I know about it. There was a documentary on the Grey Gardens.
Yeah, the Beals, the mother and daughter. Amazing story. Amazing story.
Hilarious spoof on the first season of Documentary Now.
Really?
Of this, and they turn it into a horror thing. Do yourself a favor. You get a chance.
I'll check it out. Yeah. The full story of Grey Gardens is featured in 2 episodes of House Beautiful's haunted house podcast, Dark House. Did I just help another podcast get a listen? That's fine. The grand East Hampton estate known as Grey Gardens has a fascinating history with many ups and downs. The 4 acres of land the home now sits on is in the Georgia Beach section of East Hampton.
Right.
Okay, one of the most expensive regions in the world. And it was purchased by a wealthy couple in 1895 before the home was built in the early 1900s. By 1913, it was sold to the president of a coal company whose wife, Anna Gilman Hill, imported ornate concrete walls from Spain to enclose the garden. The house was called Grey Gardens because of the color of the dunes, the cement garden walls, and the sea mist. Later in 1923, the home was sold to Edith Bouvier Beale, the parental aunt of Jackie Onassis Kennedy, and Lee Radziwill and her family. After a series of misfortunes and financial losses, the home fell into disrepair and was overrun by cats and raccoons and perhaps something else not of this realm. Partially because Big Edie Beale and her daughter, Little Edie Beale, couldn't afford to maintain the mansion on their own. If you've never seen these documentaries, just do yourself a favor. Yeah. It's so interesting. Just the psychology of the two.
And
just
also, once again, that Documentary Now skit, you're going to love it. Yeah, it's so funny.
But if you haven't seen it, watch the original because then you won't get any of that other stuff. But yeah. The women's story was made famous in a 1975 documentary. Big Edie held onto the property until her death in 1977, and her spirit is said to remain at Grey Gardens watching over the house. Among the believers is author and journalist Sally Quinn, best known for her column in the Washington Post, who purchased the home from Little Edie in 1979 and swears that it is haunted. Right. Yeah, that's one of those ones, like, you watch the documentary and you see how, like, run down and, like, the house is, it's so fucked up.
Yeah, watching that, I remember on HBO and the trailer and everything, I was like, this whole thing's haunted. I was like...
Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's Grey Gardens and then there's the Beals of Grey Gardens, which is like...
There's a documentary, too, and then there's also the movie they made with Drew Barrymore.
That's actually good, too, with Drew Barrymore, and what's her name?
So, the Villisca Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa.
The Ass Murder House?
Yeah, the Ass Murder House.
Damn.
I was like,
damn, girl.
That's like
murder
me at
that
the
ass.
Club, dog.
It's October. Don't give us any shit.
Yeah, don't give us any shit. Shut the fuck up.
Ew, dude. No.
Ew, dude. On June 10th, 1912, Joshua and Sarah Moore were bludgeoned to death inside... Well, I didn't mean to laugh. Inside their home in Villisca, Iowa.
It's October. It's okay.
Yeah, you're right. Their 4 children and 2 friends were spending the night... were also killed. This is a bit... Yeah, I know this story. And to this day, crime remains unsolved. Their home is considered one of the most haunted houses in the country, and guests are drawn to it. People even pay $400 plus a night for a stay.
It's weird, dude.
Yeah.
If you look at who was murdered there and the kids, and, like, I wouldn't want to fucking stay there.
Dude, there's, like the investigation.
Yep.
Whoever killed in the living room of the sleepover...
Yeah.
Like scrapes from their axe or weapon they used.
Because he didn't use the axe side.
Yeah,
he used he turned the axe this way and used the blunt side to,
and it cut into the fucking roof.
And it's still there.
Yeah,
it's crazy shit, man.
The world's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it is.
The world's nuts.
Next, we're headed to Los Angeles, California. This is an interesting one. The Jean Harlow house in Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles is one of the best destinations for haunted house hunting, and this Bavarian-style home in Beverly Hills has a particularly gruesome history. In 1932, it was home to the iconic actress Jean Harlow and her abusive husband Paul Byrne, who shot himself in the head while standing in front of the mirror. Their butler discovered him and called MGM instead of the police, so there was tons of rumors that it wasn't actually suicide. Many suspected Byrne's ex-girlfriend, and suspicion exacerbated by her jumping off of a boat to her death a couple days later. Jean moved out after his death, but died only a few years later at the age of 26. Her story is really crazy. But wait, it gets creepier. This is the best part. In 1963, celebrity hairstylist Jay Sebring bought the home and lived there with his girlfriend Sharon Tate until she left him for Roman Polanski. They were still friends and remained so until both of them were murdered by the Charles Manson cult. Tate was the same age as Harlow when she passed, but back to when the couple lived in the Harlow house. Tate told several friends of creepy occurrences in the home and even mentioned it in interviews. For example, once when she was sleeping in the master bedroom alone, she saw a creepy little man. Her friends say she believed it to be the Paul Byrne's ghost. She was so freaked out when she saw the alleged ghost that she ran out of the room, and then she saw a hanging, shadowy corpse with its throat slit in the hallway. Cut that in there.
I see a body swinging.
There are also stories about 2 other people dying in the swimming pool over the years. Yeah, man. They say that was like a premonition. She was having a death premonition.
Was that the same guy whose Beetlejuice Jones knocked over? Same house? Is that the same house?
What?
No.
No,
That's
the David Omen house.
Right,
it's on the
right.
same street, I think.
Right. So, all right. So this is gonna be our last one,
Okay.
and then we're gonna discuss what we're doing this Halloween.
Okay.
Is it okay?
It is okay.
All right. So this last one is the S.K. Pierce Mansion in Gardner, Massachusetts. Massachusetts has no short of haunted mansions, it seems. And it seems. Oh, my fucking Aaron Mankey. Massachusetts has no short of haunted mansions, it seems.
HelloFresh provides quick quality meals for those on the go.
Right. And the S.K. Pierce Victorian is one of the state's eeriest. The original occupant, Sylvester Pierce, had just started making his fortune in the furniture business when he built his home for himself and his son and his wife, Susan. As a man about town, he hosted many notable people in his 7,000 square foot home throughout the years, including President Calvin Coolidge, Betty Davis, and Norman Rockwell, and also Jesus, apparently. Only a week after moving into the home, Susan fell ill and passed away from a mysterious bacterial disease. Dirty bitch. A year later, he remarried Ellen, a woman 30 years his junior, and had 2 more children.
More children.
Too much. Years later, when both Sylvester and Ellen had passed away, his son embarked on a fiery feud about the property as well as a furniture company. But the Great Depression swept in and made their choices easier since the company basically went bankrupt. The youngest son, Edward, was given control of the home when he turned it into a boarding house. It became a hotspot for illicit activities, including the murders and sudden tragic deaths of several occupants, according to local lore. As a result of these violent ends, guests have reported every kind of haunting imaginable, from visions of apparitions to flying objects, disembodied sounds, and pressure, temperature drops, and more. So this place is just like a fuck-all of paranormal activity.
Yeah, I like it.
So Jay, your new place, right? We're in your new house.
Yeah, buddy.
You're looking great. Family's doing well. So besides, I pulled up. I saw the great decorations, the hand-painted skull or jack-o'-lantern head on the scarecrow. Loved it. You got the fucking Home Depot skull.
Close to Philadelphia.
Too close to Philadelphia. I'm talking like a fucking,
like a cheesesteak.
I'm talking like a cheesesteak right now. So what do you got going on this Halloween, buddy? Besides, I know your business is booming. I know you're fucking toiling away, my friend.
As is every October. Unfortunately, I don't get to enjoy October the way I used to, but it's all right. We're doing a party this year. It's going to be fun, the usual characters, and, hopefully it's a good time. The thing I'm most excited about is taking my kids trick-or-treating in this new neighborhood, because that's always a cool thing. I mean, it looks like a good area. The houses are pretty close together. It's a nice area. So that's the plan. Hoping to make it to a haunt this year
Together.
Yep, together. We will.
Yeah, we will.
So
You said you want to go to Basement Hotel, and I know it's what you said, 20 minutes from here.
yeah, but you want to go somewhere else?
No. I went there last year, and
Yeah.
like
It was all right.
it was all right. They did that cool thing like I told you when I told last year's episode.
Yeah.
Where because COVID, they didn't have the hayride, and
Right.
you walked through the hayride, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And but it was a torrential downpour,
Yeah.
and like they were evacuating people while we were in there. It was nuts, which actually made it cooler.
That is kind of cool.
Because like the actors had to leave, like we all
Yeah.
had to like rush through. Dude, the sets were flooding. It was nuts.
That is kinda cool.
It was nuts, and like we were soaked. And I was on my way up here, and I texted my buddy Tom. I was like, "Yeah, Tom." I just started cracking up to myself about us waiting in line for the second haunted house at Basement Hotel.
Yeah.
And because they all had jackets on, I was just in a flannel, and he was just like, "Yo, Ken," and started dying because my bald head, and my flannel was, I was soaked. But they're cool. I think we could maybe find something a little different, better. But
Okay.
No, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
If you find something that you want to, I'll do whatever you want to do.
I'll do it.
Yeah, but you know the haunts better.
Sure. Oh, I'm getting the tapping. Yeah, so my plans is, as far as this Halloween again, I'm gonna go to my mother's again,
Right.
hand out candy to the kids.
Also going to your party.
Yeah, we both have parties going on. Finally, I get to have a Halloween party again.
2 nights of parties back to
Yeah,
back.
back to back. In between, I have to go to a 1-year-old's party.
Yeah.
the day of your
You
party.
gonna survive?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'll be
just start
like-
drinking as soon as you get up.
No, well, mine's only 4 hours.
Okay.
It's catered and all that shit. So
Yeah.
like, I don't have to go crazy. Yours is at your house, so like,
Yeah.
get to come here. And hopefully we're doing that. What is one thing you hope to see this year?
One thing I hope to see this year, honestly, is we were just talking about. I would really like to see a nice group of people show up to our Halloween party and everyone have a good time, and nobody be a douche.
Right.
Honestly,
Same boat.
because I love when people come together. I like when we have good parties, and I want to make good memories this year for the first
Right.
year in our house.
Right.
That's legitimately what I want to say.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell
And
yeah.
then just my kids' smiling faces on Halloween as they fill their bags of candy.
Yeah. Hell
For me,
yeah.
that's what Halloween's all about: is taking
Right.
them out trick or treating. That's the big thing for
Yeah.
me. Of course, the party's great, but
Yeah.
taking them out trick or treating and then like, oh, Dad, look what I got. That's for me. That's where it's at.
Right. And you moved in, I feel like, at the enough time to set up to lead into this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think everything's kind of like
Yeah.
not just with the business because you're always busy, but
Yeah.
but everything like that. I think my one thing I want to see this year,
Yeah.
I want to see more houses decorated.
Oh, I
And
would
I'm-
love to see that.
And I'm
yeah.
starting to see it.
Yeah.
And there's more that are happening.
Yeah.
But I want that scale. I want the Christmas level scale. I want
It's weird. Some years, it's weird how years hit, Like, you'll have years where it's like, holy shit, everybody decorated for Halloween. And then there's some
Right.
years that you don't. There's some years people don't decorate for Christmas at all. It's
Right,
weird. But,
right.
I've been seeing some, I think the quality has gotten better as in the past 5 to 10 years, quality has, gone up.
right.
Like, you see people don't have just, bullshit.
Well, I think that goes in hand with places like Home Depot and stuff
That have better stuff.
Yeah, they're realizing now, okay,
Yeah.
we can make this because I the last 2 nights I've been to Party City.
Yeah.
And they got some shit now. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
there's a Party City close to here, and they had a hell of a layout.
yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. They're doing good, man.
Yeah. You know why? They heard our episode,
The Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, and they were like,
and we called them out. We're like, look, guys,
Yeah.
you guys are getting your teeth kicked in
yeah,
by fucking Spirit Halloween.
yeah,
Those fucking punks.
yeah. And Party City was like, hold on one second. That's like some kind of Morse code or something.
Yeah. They're not DJs.
No, I wish. Well, all right. So I guess my closing statement for this year. This is like our first comeback year after Halloween, like the
Yeah.
real first comeback year.
Sure.
I hope all the haunts get it together. I hope everyone else gets together and they've realized that same old bullshit
Yeah.
ain't gonna fly. I hope everyone realizes what they were before Pandy. Were realizing what they were doing, wrong. And I hope everyone's like, yo, it's fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hope the energy's up. And I guess my closing statement would be, just have a good time, enjoy it. It's the best time of the year. It really is. And for fuck's sake, carve a jack-o'-lantern.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it.
I want to see more of those. That's another thing I want to see. Night before Halloween, carve a jack-o'-lantern, put it out there, and then light it the next night.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it, guys.
It's so easy.
It's so easy. So easy, guys. So for this, our 2022 Halloween extravaganza, I am Ken James.
And I'm Jason McKittrick.
And as always, have a spooky evening, y'all.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you for listening to Other Dangers Podcasts. Have you encountered the other dangers? If so, you can email us at otherdangerspodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to have a discussion about the paranormal, you can find us at Other Dangers Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. There you can find submitted pictures, videos, and artwork from listeners. We are now streaming on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else podcasts are streamed. And after listening, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you the other danger.